This confrontation can cancel your career.
Canceled.
Canceled. Canceled.
Canceled.
Canceled.
Canceled.
Canceled.
Canceled.
Canceled.
Canceled.
Cancel
Culture.
podcast.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Cancel Culture, the podcast writers' room where a diverse group of Gen Z femme comedy writers create a funny, unoffensive joke about a topic that most might consider a no-fly zone in comedy that even an old, cis, white male dude, aka my dad, can tell without getting canceled. Today's topic, jokes about homelessness. What? That's right. We're going to write a joke about homelessness that a white man can tell, again, my father, without sounding like an asshole. Why? To show
that
it's
possible.
It is possible.
I
think that's
mute.
the best I've done that.
You're
Oh,
on
good.
mute?
Well,
Good.
stay there. All right, let's take a group introductory poll and see who thinks we can successfully tell a joke about homelessness. I'm Jamie, and I feel like field days should be illegal in the workplace. I don't think I need to ever see a coworker play tug of war. That's just a thought. And I think that we can successfully tell a joke about homelessness.
I'm Elayna. I actually filled out the MTA user survey that they sent us and voiced my complaints. So I'll let you know how that goes. And yeah, I think we can tell a successful joke about homelessness. I think we can do it. I believe in us.
I'm Sarah. Yesterday I got a bit of karma for being the naked roommate that everyone's disgusted by, because I was lounging downstairs, like watching girls in the nude, and I got 15 mosquito bites in my own living room, all over my body. So yeah, I'll change my lifestyle. Anyway, I
don't think you should.
Okay, Jamie. I think that we can write a funny joke about homelessness.
I'm Mehek. I feel like I'm being zapped into the sun right now, and I'm kind of okay with it. I'm just gonna let it take me. I think we can write a funny joke about homelessness. I'm excited to try.
And lastly, and certainly leastly, Evan, who predates homelessness. He's from the Jurassic period. Evan, what do you have?
Yeah, when's the ageism episode, by the way?
Yeah. Sorry.
When is it?
Season 2. Stay tuned.
Anyway.
And I'm not even getting. Okay, whatever.
He might not make it to season 2 at this rate.
Knock on wood.
Well, we do have someone coming in to test out this chair. That isn't me.
That's true.
I am
Replace-
nervous. I am nervous for my job. Let's say.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
So, jokes about homelessness. We got some bad examples to look at, kids. First up on the chopping block, Sebastian Maniscalco. And this is an interesting one. There's some highs and lows. Let's check it out.
Every time you come out of the pharmacy, there's always a homeless guy there. I don't know why this is. I love to give to the homeless, don't get me wrong, but I get attacked 9-10 times a day for change. I don't have this type of change for the demand. So I give once a day. And how I base it and how they approach me. The guy today had an amazing approach, okay? Beautiful posture. Made direct eye contact, came up, asked me very nice. He's like, hey, you got a couple quarters? I'm down on my luck. I said, there you go, man. Sorry to hear that. He walked his way, I walked mine. There was no problem. But sometimes they scare the crap out of you, right? They'll fall out of a bush. They got some screwed up wall. Give you anything. You took no time with your presentation. You got 24 hours a day, and this is the best you could come up with?
La la la.
Oh, you'll love to see it.
Can't wait to see him on Jersey Boys.
I know, right?
Well, he played a gangster. What was he in that he played a gangster in? He was very he
My
couldn't
nightmares.
tell
I can
played
tell
himself,
it's
basically.
this.
Yeah,
right
he
here.
played himself.
Gangster.
This is an interesting one because I think like there are a lot of people who would find it fun, like who wouldn't take issue with it. My issue with it is that it perpetuates the trope of like the palatable homeless person, like the one that's like convenient to us and like it like, you know, like, oh, you're nice, so I will bequeath you my money versus like, you know, it's like this elitist, a little bit like looking down your nose, like it's dehumanizing. It makes it seem like some people deserve to like have food and some people don't.
Yeah.
So that's my issue with it. Yeah, personally.
Yeah.
I mean,
But like again, like I think like I see how like I see the formation of the joke, and I think it's like for what it is a well-written joke. I just think the content of it is not the nicest.
I would agree. And they were funny. The thing I thought I wasn't gonna like approve of the impression. Like I like him doing the impression, but actually that wasn't the worst part for me. Like the in between acting parts I did kind of find sort of funny. I just think he committed in a way that I don't know. But what I didn't like was, I guess, just like the end, the final note of like the basically what you just said, like using that word presentation. It just annoyed me.
Honestly, I wanted to hear more about when he got beat up by homeless people. Like he said, 9 times out of 10, I'm getting beat up on. I wanted to hear about that part.
Yeah.
Why didn't he share
I'd like
that?
to
I needed
watch
the
it.
personal anecdote. Yeah.
I'd like to bear witness, in fact.
Yeah.
I think you should just do that on stage. Just
Honestly.
get beat up by homeless people, and I'd enjoy it more.
I think he said he gets hit up for money 9 or 10 times a day. Is what
Oh,
he
I
said.
misheard that.
Oh.
Sorry, I heard what I wanted
So
to
I
hear.
am mansplaining. I will say though, I find very little to defend in this bit, only because he seems to very much do his outfit, his hair, and his attitude towards homelessness all come from the 80s, which is he blames them.
Right.
For it.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Their
thought the
fault.
vest was working for him, Evan. That was a great choice. His style design.
And
He'd
like-
fit right in Pride Week right now.
Yeah, there you go.
That's
Timely. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. How dare you be homeless? Present yourself.
Well, and he goes right at what are usually the biggest causes for homelessness, which is some sort of mental illness or mental health problem or a drug addiction. So in both of those cases, that's probably why they're walking a little funny. And maybe that part of the Richard III act that you did about the homelessness, drop that thing. I mean, what confounds me is like comedy has this long decades, 40-year-long, 50-year-long history of raising money for the homeless. Specifically, it's comedy's cause.
Comic relief, just for laughs.
Red Nose Day.
Red Nose Day.
And this guy just kind of like tells a bad trope that you don't have a sink to shave in. So I'm not going to give you a quarter today.
So I feel like a lot of the time I find myself giving the note about like, yeah, like if you're going to do like the absurdist thing, or if you're going to do like putting yourself into it, like make it clear where you stand. Like sometimes I think that that's important, but I think for him, he gets it so muddled where at that beginning, he like takes the chance to be like, yeah, and I give money to homeless people, everybody. Hey, I don't like spit on them or anything. I like give them,
I don't kick them, but
yeah. And then he just like shits on them.
So true.
And like does a bad job at it. So it's just like, what's the point of even like saying that to cover your ass if you're just
calculated?
It's like to make yourself
virtue
signaling.
And then you can't get out of it by saying like, oh, it's just a joke, because it's like, no, well, you took a minute here to break that wall and say, no,
I'm a good
like
person.
really cool and awesome.
Really
and
good
also
person.
I'm gonna just like say this fucked up stuff about homeless people. So it's like, if you're gonna say, and also like the mocking of it's all like really
also
bad.
it's
not great.
People who are good
rough.
people don't brag about being good people. Just
Right.
saying, like,
Yeah,
You just live
they're
your
not like,
life.
you have
I'm
to do a
such
stand-up
good
routine
person.
to like tell people that you give money to homeless people. It's like,
Yeah.
why are you on stage? Tell a joke. Get out of here.
Yeah, seriously.
Go
Be
away.
funny.
Make me laugh. So we have a bad example to show, and this is from a little lad named Matt Rife. I think that's right. Yeah, it's rife with errors. So get ready.
This is crazy.
God, what is he, 12?
People are real, all right? They are not playing. And
Nobody warned me about this. I was at the bus stop waiting for my ride, and one ran up on me and goes,
It's so bad.
"Excuse me, man, I didn't mean to scare you." I was like, "You just did. That's like the scare you run up. Like, don't do that, you know?" And he just says, "Young man, I was just wondering, how old are you?" I was like, "That's really none of your business, you know?" He just
I'm wondering
went,
too.
"God dang right, it ain't none of my business."
I have so much to say.
I was like, "Did you just shimmy away from me?" Like, being a kid, you don't really understand how somebody's life can go that wrong, you know? It's like, I had to ask him. I was like, "Hey, man, like, how'd this happen to you? Like, what's your story?" And he just looked at me and went, which is
Gets
like
worse.
the international sign for I'm about to tell you some shit, okay? And he goes, "Man, about 8 years ago, lost my job, wife left me, and I'm losing the house." I said, "Dang, man, I'm sorry to hear that, you know, that's rough." "Yeah, so, about the past 5 years, I've been out here, blowing dudes for money, with Jesus in my heart." I was like, what was that last part? Like, you're not gonna rush on by, like, you didn't just say that, all right? You leave Jesus out of
Okay,
this.
stop.
My
Make
Jesus
it
has
stop.
nothing to do
Make
with
it
that.
stop. Make it stop. Turn it
Turn
off
it
my
up.
ears. So
Turn
I
it
wasn't
up.
originally I wasn't gonna show this one because I was like, okay, he's like 15 in that video.
I'm
Like,
glad you showed it.
well, I was like,
Yeah, I think we
whatever.
should
But I
bully the
feel
shit out
like
of him.
I wanna
if
bully this
somebody
kid.
had bullied, if someone had bullied this boy when he originally did this, maybe we could have avoided this trauma because this is a classic example, I think, of a white boy like
The freaking
like
class clown.
a white straight,
Yeah.
like the first of all, the accent, the vernacular that he's putting on, and
Brutal.
it's like brutal. The imitations, the like tropes, and like the degrading, like his like hierarchy that he puts himself on as a literal child with a grown individual.
No, but he gets it. He gets homelessness.
No, but
okay?
like, yeah, he understands it
and we
as a
all
problem.
need to hear his thoughts.
He actually, so today, the reason I wanted to do this is because now he runs a rights for homeless person organization. No.
Oh my god.
Rights for
Did you,
homeless
I was
persons.
really trying to
That would've been
process.
That would have been
That was
awesome.
awesome.
a
That was a
beautiful
good joke anyway.
No, but like, it's just, okay, what's traumatizing about it is now we're going to show a video of him now.
Yeah, guys, look at what he is doing.
This
He's
is
like
what-
successful. Look at him. Look at him.
Listen to
He would
how he
never say
sounds
this
now.
stuff.
Listen
let's
to how
listen.
he sounds.
Okay, can't wait to hear his new accent.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Matt Rife, and maybe you guys know
And
me
this is
from
Disney
MTV,
Channel.
NBC, the
And you're
TFIL
watching.
overnight channel on YouTube, or
Wait,
maybe
his
you've seen me do
resume?
stand-up.
Wait,
sometime
listen
in
to
the
what he
last
says,
11
though.
years.
Listen to what he says.
I've been doing stand-up comedy ever since I was 15 years old. That's a little over 10 years ago.
So he's a
It's taken me
seasoned
that
vet.
long to realize that nobody is going to hand you shit. And if you want to do something, sometimes you have to just do it on your own. And that's exactly what we did for this special. I called in all the favors from my very talented friends and the support of my fans and followers around the world, and we made this happen.
Okay,
We made a
stop
special
it. Cut
produced
it.
by
Cut it. Cut it.
He is
We
very
don't want to
pretty.
advertise for him.
His special, he released a special on OnlyFans.
I was gonna say, did it say OnlyFans?
It did.
Yeah. Wait, let's not give him free advertising.
Yeah,
I don't
guys,
wanna
don't
put
join
his
his
work.
OnlyFans.
I mean, he might
Don't
be
join.
successful.
Anyway,
at
so
OnlyFans.
welcome to
It
the
might
pod. He just
You
comes
know.
on.
He's right here.
Yeah, we got him
Right
right
over
Get
here.
him on.
Our special guest.
He's actually behind door
Hi
number
guys.
2.
Hi guys. Hey.
Hi,
welcome.
I'm Matt Rife, and now I talk like this.
And nobody's gonna give
Hi.
you shit. You have to
Yeah.
hustle.
Yeah,
The
that.
irony of him like
Exactly.
telling a joke about homelessness like when he was
He's
15
grown. It's been almost 10
oh my
years.
God.
Yeah.
His
25
frontal lobe,
now.
His frontal lobe is now fully formed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I
Unlike
just
the
thought that
four of
was
you.
the funny.
Five of you.
Hey,
Hey.
hey,
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 hey.
hey. It's still more formed than that guy.
Yeah.
His fully formed is yours,
have-
quarter formed.
Yeah.
I'm only using 10% of my brain capacity right now.
Yeah,
That
I
was
don't
really
know.
a bad joke. I mean, it was so bad to watch. It
It
made
was
me
really
sick.
uncomfortable.
Well, the fact that
least
he
he
hasn't
has-
taken it down.
Yeah, he thinks
He's
it's
proud
good.
of it.
Can we try and
He
find some
stands
good
by
in it though? Is that a fun challenge? What was amazing in the joke?
No, I don't wanna.
Maybe that
I'm
was
just
one
grateful he
show-stopping
got
moment.
his hair together,
Yeah.
I'll do a compromise. You can tell me what part of him I can make fun of. The way he looks, the way he talks, the way he moves.
What he wrote. Yeah.
The way he moves,
his
Matt.
stature. The way he moves is insane in that first video.
Here's the thing,
almost,
like
too comfortable with his body. Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, just for his cultural appropriation in his accent, he should be canceled for that video. And then to go on to do an impersonation of a homeless person and really go out there with it is one thing when you're 15. And if he gets canceled for it, he'll say, "Oh, I was 15, I was a kid, yada yada yada." But you leave it up; it's still up right now because you don't want to lose the counts.
Exactly.
Also, we got the blowjobs in there. We got the like prostitution, which is ironic because you're like shaming him for prostitution and then posting your stuff on OnlyFans. I find that very interesting.
And you're profiting off of his story. So you're like, in a way, you're
prostituting him and not paying him.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's the prostitute now, Matthew?
Although that's also a fictional character that he absolutely made up.
Right.
Oh,
yeah. Can I just say,
maybe he leaves the things on the internet to show that you can be reformed. Like he keeps them up.
He's actually a really nice way of looking at it.
But that's why we have to pay for his OnlyFans to see if his comedy has actually reformed or if he drops back into that.
Damn.
He's a good manager.
Vernacular.
Very smart.
And we'll do it.
He's an old 25, by the way.
Yeah. He's old.
Yeah,
but he's still
10 years older than
he's an old 25, but he still dresses like he's 15.
That's the thing. He's wearing that stupid fucking hoodie with like the fake leather. It's makes me sick.
Yeah.
Hey guys. Hey guys, I'm worldly.
If you were to come up with a story about a homeless person and you wanted it to be funny, don't you think you would have thought of a better thing than how old are you?
We agree that story was made up. Does everyone agree that story
was never happened?
But Mehek's saying if the four of us were gonna write a story about experience a time with the homeless person, like it would be funnier than that.
Oh, definitely.
The best he could come up with was that the intrusive question the guy asked was, "How old are you?"
Yeah.
What a harmless question. He could have asked anything. This character that you're making up that's so crazy that he's shimmying all over the place. You could have had him say anything.
Said, "Do you want to see my ferret?
How old are you?"
Honestly, I think he just wanted to end with, Jesus and blowjobs in the same punchline. I think that was all he wanted to do is be like, "Oh, I'm 15 and I'm talking about blowjobs and Jesus."
Like blowjobs are funny.
Yeah.
And he wanted to get the shimmy in. He wanted to get the shimmy in.
Yeah.
To show he's been, a dancer his whole life, His training is finally calling.
Do you think he got off stage and he was like, "Yeah, that's gonna get all the girls nailed"?
Yeah, and he probably did get a lot of girls from doing that.
Really?
Like,
I'm sure.
Oh, my gaydar was going off, guys. I did not think he was a straight man. I don't know. Maybe I'm biased.
We'll bring him on the pod to ask. Just kidding.
Yeah,
we take a heart. We become the Wendy Williams show.
We join his OnlyFans.
Oh, God. I don't know. It was
bully
or Survivor. Survivor's been outing people too.
Our Patreon should be us watching his OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Guys, you guys keep
he's
making
legal
me think
now.
about him and OnlyFans, and it's making me sick. Why?
I mean, he's very pretty,
Let's stop
Mehek.
promoting
He's
OnlyFans.
very pretty.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I think we get
because of the way
charged
he
every time
looks.
we say OnlyFans.
Not because of the way he
You
looks.
get a
Not because
bounty.
of the way he looks.
Back to the joke. What didn't work about the
anyway.
joke? The joke wasn't good because there wasn't a funny punchline, and B, the setup for it was just, "Oh, look at this dumb homeless guy. I'm so cool." That was it.
Totally.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. And that's my educated
I feel
opinion.
too.
He also started his setup with like, "Nobody told me how crazy these homeless people are." Like that's how he set it up. Like, "I've been blindsided that there are homeless people. Like, why didn't you tell me?" That's how he started.
Way to out yourself as privileged.
Right.
And again, that was 10 years ago, but that's still 2012.
Yeah.
40 years after the creation of, again,
where
Comic
was he?
Relief and Red Nose Day and all these other things that comedy embraces the plight of homelessness. It's
Also,
really
he's at Laugh Factory in that video in LA, I think, right? So like
they're the
LA
ones who posted
has
the video.
homeless people, so you
Very
you
much
should
so.
be-
one of
Remember
the,
you were born
one of the largest
yesterday.
singular collections of homeless people in the United States. Yes.
Right.
So
Interesting. Ironic.
probably
And I
has
also get
seen them.
here's the thing, it's like I get it's like, okay, if he's 15, it's like, okay, like, he's different now and we shouldn't go after him and blah blah blah. But here's the thing, I'm around the same age as this guy, right? We all are. Oh, I'm gonna
Sorry.
kill you.
God.
You're fired.
call.
You're fired.
Who's calling
Beat you
me.
Matt Rife is on the
That's
phone.
Matt Rife. Yeah.
He said, I've got your location and I'm on my way.
Stop talking
He's
about
about to swat me right now.
He's about to.
Maybe that's
even
not
live.
funny. I don't know.
Hey, whatever.
We'll save it for the swatting
Rifle.
episode.
We'll save that one. We'll save that one.
That's my pun.
But the thing is like if I was 15, right, 10 years ago, no, 9 years ago, and I made that joke, and I made that joke.
Young.
I'm really young and hot and stuff, but separate from that.
Yeah.
If I made that joke at 15,
That's all you wanted
Matt
to say.
Rife
Actually.
was me and he was on a podcast and he was cyberbullying me because I told that joke, I'd be like, you know what? I deserve it. So like Matt Rife, like you deserve it. So
Yeah,
just
take
like
it.
deal.
I would hate to be
Yeah.
judged for stuff that I did when I was dumb and 15. And like, if someone brought it
Same.
up, I'm sure I did some dumb shit. That if they brought it up and they were like, you did this dumb shit when you were 15, I'd be like,
Would you
yeah,
like me to
I'm
start listing dumb shit you did
Yes.
at 15?
I
can
would.
do that.
like,
would
I'm
like that.
ashamed
I would
of
like to do
that.
Free to do that.
No, I could list dumb
Maybe
shit
just
that
one
you
Put that
did
in
yesterday.
we'll put that in the
so-
metadata on YouTube.
Oh, great. Okay.
One time when I was
Anyway.
15, a teacher made me cry in the
front of the
classroom.
class. Ooh.
No, I was outside of it, but I was crying. And it was because I showed up late and she was mad. And then I started
Oh.
crying. So I guess I don't know who the villain is. Matt, that's my way of sympathizing with you. That I've been where you've been.
Yeah, we've all
But I
cried
didn't
when
go
we
that
were
far.
15. So join the party. But it reminds
So
me
true.
of like the Shane Dawson conversation that we've had before, where it's like, if you have stupid problematic shit on your name on the internet and you just let it ride for the views, and then when you get called out, you're like, that was really bad, and then you take it down, like you haven't done any work on yourself. Like you
Right.
haven't done
Absolutely.
anything to learn or grow. You're just like waiting and hoping that nobody calls you out for it so that you can continue profiting off of it. And
Right.
then
He had a really, really disgusting
we couldn't
homelessness
even
joke
show
that we
it on
couldn't even
here.
show
Really?
because it was he in his movie that he made, Not Cool, which let me say, it's not.
It
a
wasn't
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
He depicts a homeless person, and there's actually a documentary, like reality TV show series that documented the making of it, and so like there's a moment that where he gets pushed back about this scene because it was hard for him to find actors because it's like super messed up.
Yeah.
And he got so angry he like walked out of the meeting because he was like, no director has ever taken anything out of their films. Not true. And
Yeah,
he like gets
what?
up and leaves.
It's been mentioned many, many times that is a problem for people. So if we just like lose that, I'm just saying.
I'm not taking anything out of the movie to please a bunch of out-of-work actors in Pittsburgh who should be lucky to get an audition for a feature film. No director has ever taken anything out of a movie to get somebody to audition. I'm angry that we're finding out about this 2 days before we start filming the movie. I don't know. I'm gonna go.
Shane, stop it. You can't go. We have too much to do.
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do this in my
Yeah,
Also,
literally. just a
I'm
lie.
sorry.
This is also him, a
like-
no name nobody. Like he was
YouTube.
not
Well, he
like
was
a
YouTube
famous
famous.
director.
He was
but
YouTube
like
famous.
he wasn't like film famous, and then he was like being like, nobody's auditioning for my film. It's like, well,
Right.
you are nothing.
Also, if you're
listen
gonna
to
put
the thing
people
that
in
he couldn't
blackface, like they're not gonna.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
so
so
this
much
character
blackface.
that he wanted was supposed to be a black man who's homeless who is eating human waste, and that's the joke.
That's the entire joke.
And then later flashes his genitals in a scene, and that's also supposed to be a joke. And it's just like so like it's just
disgusting.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Super, super dehumanizing, messed up.
And I guarantee you, he was trying to cast white boys to play this black homeless guy because that's his
what he
expertise
does.
is
That's
in
Probably.
makeup and
his little-
blackface.
Well, the good thing,
Shane
you know,
Dawson
that I can
touch.
say about Shane Dawson is he really kept the blackface to himself. So, you know, he's really a
He
good
didn't
guy.
paint it
Keeps
on
it all
anyone
for
else.
himself.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh God. Well, we've
Congrats.
given Shane Dawson enough airtime today
Yeah.
over
Yeah.
him.
Bye.
But we're gonna throw it to an ad, and we'll see you after these few
God.
messages.
Zapped to Earth from the vast all-consuming cosmos, here on this great planet we call home, is the most mind-bending super thing this world world has ever seen. Homeless man, the time-old trickster, bringing his gift of hijinks and tomfoolery for the whole town of Upper Middle Classville. Watch as he masters the power of invisibility in the blink of an eye. Homeless man, traveling through the cosmos, he never saw a planet quite as brutal and lonely as this one. Dedicated to pranks, shenanigans, and existential reckoning with the consequences of his reality for all mankind. Homeless man.
All right, thanks, Ad. You were great. Welcome back. Okay.
Guys, get it together. Take a breath.
Giggly. We be giggling in the
We're
studio.
giggling. We have a good example for you. After seeing those bad ones, we need a palate cleanser. We need to be inspired and know that we can do this too. So let's take a look at a good joke. And we're gonna look at Steve Hughes. A little tidbit about Steve. He's not just a stand-up. He's also a drummer of a pretty popular band in Australia.
Homelessness, Ellis, don't give them money. You don't give that. What are you giving change to homeless people? What are you doing? You're insane. You don't do that. They can't be trusted. What you do is you send the money to us. And we'll make sure they get it. And people believe it. They come up to me all the fucking time. It's correct, Steve. I only give my money to registered charities, because that way I know where my money's going. Well, no, you fucking don't. Unless you're following it along, then I've got a feeling you're watching 20 to 1. See, I know exactly where my money's going, to this bloke with 3 socks and no shoes. Now it's going to the bottler. Look, there it goes. But that's the moral high ground they give you. You don't give these people money, they'll just spend it on drink and drugs. Well, what the fuck do you think I was going to spend it? When I lived in Manchester, the council, they stuck a sign outside my apartment. Not for me. Steve. About begging. Can't beg there either. Had this big sign, would you give a beggar £1 for drugs? Fuck it. It's a good deal. Fucking pound. I'll give him a £5. I can stock up.
Steve Hughes, man.
Yeah.
Pretty
funny.
I feel like it didn't get a big enough laugh at some points. I felt like the only reason that I wouldn't give it a bigger laugh is because sometimes I couldn't understand his Australian accent. But still, I was laughing along with him.
Yeah. Australians deserve laughs too.
Yeah. Just for Australian laughs. That's the next festival.
Yeah.
I liked it because I think that he did a good job of playing the opposite side. Like he did a good job of showing you the trope, like being like, oh, and there goes to the butler, and like he perpetuated the trope of like, okay, they're gonna spend it on, but then flipped it on its head and was like, well, what did you think I was gonna spend it on? Right. And then it subverts the expectation that we're just making fun of homeless people because we can kind of deal, which I appreciated, and I think was where everybody else fails.
Right. He also equalizes it, right? Like he's not creating a hierarchy between him and poor people or him and homeless people. He's like, no, we're the same.
We're both
but
humans.
You want to have
Same
you
wants
want to
and
have
needs.
yeah, and we all do drugs. Come on.
The doy.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I liked his delivery. That was also something that really stood out about it. Just like the timing and the accents. Yeah, really good.
I do want to put in here, a couple years ago, LA had a big fundraiser. I forget which nonprofit it was for affordable housing, and they raised $3 million and then turned it over to the mayor's office, and then it went missing. It mysteriously, got lost in the
Christ.
ether, and they created no affordable housing, and then there was a lot of protests about it.
And
So where do
weirdly
you
at
think
the
that money
same
went?
weirdly at the same time, all the government officials in LA suddenly had
Got a
yachts.
raise.
So,
Yeah.
like, we have
Well,
no idea where it went though.
I don't know why,
Seriously.
but I just got the craziest feeling, like chill in my bones, that Matt Rife had something to do with this.
Not right.
I don't know, guys.
Well, how do you think he funded his
say.
OnlyFans thing? Like he said it was crowdfunded.
Okay, enough
but
of the
really-
OnlyFans. Enough. I'm putting my
Enough.
foot down.
Enough.
I'm
No
putting
more
my
OnlyFans.
foot down. I
Yeah,
like that joke
I
too.
do also like that he brings in the point that if you're gonna give money, like you don't get to say where they put it.
Where it goes.
Yeah.
Right, because like
Mhm.
this is not an infantile, child person. This is an adult who can make their own autonomous decisions. So if you're gonna give the money, like let them live.
Also, the idea that you know where any of your money goes, like when you buy something at a store, are you dictating where the person you gave the money to is spending it after you like give that? Like it's
Right.
no different. You're the actual. If we were being honest, the reason that you care is because you're not getting anything in return. Like
Yeah.
that's the thing
Mhm.
is like when I hand money to somebody at a store, like nobody thinks about where it goes after that because you're just getting something back and like you're
Right.
satisfied. But when you
Mhm.
just give money to somebody, there's no immediate gratification of like commercial and
Right.
capitalist like fulfillment of like I've purchased something, yay. You're
Right.
just like
Right.
giving it away. So you're like, where is it going? Like that's my hard-earned money. It's like, well, you were gonna spend it on a pack of gum and a cigarette. So what's the difference?
My body just got possessed by like a kind of older, like possibly like Republican woman. And like I was
Oh,
thinking the
yes.
thoughts that aren't my own. And in response to that, I was thinking like what they would think. And I guess the argument would be hypothetically.
Wait, what's this woman's name? Before
Like Charlene.
I was gonna
okay.
say Sharon. All right.
I'm
Charlene.
actually really
Sharon.
excited to get to know her.
Yeah, Charlene
She's like a
seems kind of
big-
cool.
Yeah.
I feel kind of safe
mommy
in
nap.
front of her.
Mommy in front of her.
Yeah.
We
She
could get brunch.
Right, Shar, tell us what you're thinking, sweetie.
well, in response to the whole like I guess their argument would just be like homeless people need to like well,
Just
I
say
guess
it.
her argument would
Say
just be
it.
like no, just like that they like you want the best for them. So if they're like to take more drug, like that's why they would care about where the money's going, because it's like obviously they're like in an ideal world would be a lifestyle shift, because like I guess just on their behalf we think that that would be better for them, like you know. So
think that's a-
therefore would like that's why that argument exists.
I
It's
get
very
that.
generous.
But
Yeah,
That's where my
I
brain's
don't
a
think
little
that's what she's
naive.
thinking. I don't
didn't
think
think-
this
Oh,
is
willfully
a
ignorant.
humanitarian. Yeah, I don't think this is I don't think Sharon would be like. I just
But
want you to
let's pretend
get
for a
clean.
second that she is like, let's pretend
Charlene.
what
Charlene.
Charlene.
guys.
What I would say is like Charlene.
Charlie.
No. There's actually an R&B song. It's like
Don't give your money to the
Charlene.
homeless.
Oh, I love that
man.
song. Oh, I love that song.
That's a good
What are you
one.
talking about?
I'm talking to you, Elayna. I'm talking
Yeah,
to you, Elayna.
the R&B one.
It's because she's leaving.
That's not for my
She's
Charlene
leaving
though.
him.
Charlene.
Who's
No,
that
not
by?
this
My
Is
Charlene's not
That,
listening.
Playing into Charlene's train of
Charlene
thought.
existed. She just took over me.
What if we pretended for a second that that was true? What my response would be is, Charlene, are you giving this person like $600 to go like actually like
This is
do
true.
something with? Or you're giving them like a few dollars. It's the hierarchy of need. Like nobody who's living on the street.
That's a great argument.
Like you can't just
That
like
shut her right
what are they
down.
gonna do? Not spend the
She's
dollar
gone.
on something
out.
in that moment?
Kaput.
Like you can't save it up. Like that's not
Right.
how we've like built society. Like
Wait.
we have made it impossible for people to like actually change their circumstances just on their own. Like you need an outside. It's just capitalism, you know. It's capitalism. Elayna and then Evan.
Mine's tangentially related. I was thinking, wait, it would be kind of funny if we tried to make a joke about that, where like Charlene went above and beyond to like get this person in rehab and like and like brought all of these resources, you know, like kind of poking fun, you know, making it this a very extreme what this Republican would be doing, instead of like, I'm giving you $1, be grateful, like don't spend it on drugs, or I'll buy you some Taco Bell.
Yeah,
I don't know. That just like
buy
popped
me
my
some
brain.
Taco Bell.
It'd be kind of funny.
I'm at the Pizza Hut, the combination Pizza Hut and Taco Bell. Sorry.
It's okay, Jamie.
Move on.
Evan?
Evan?
It's not okay.
I like
Jamie.
the direction of a character trying to address it somehow a lot. I actually though think the reason it was so funny and something he did that I think not everybody does enough is I don't think the problem is Charlene is a Republican. The problem is Charlene's a liberal.
True.
Who thinks they're helping.
That is the problem.
That is
they're
the
not
problem.
helping. And
Yeah.
that character he was playing was actually the liberal, suburban.
Yeah.
No,
You're so right.
That's why I don't want to use that excuse with Steve Hughes where it's like, yeah, I agree with the politics. That's why I like the joke. Because that's not
true.
necessarily enough. I think that like what he was saying was clearly not so well received and out there in the open that like the audiences are like a little, you can see a little bit of like hesitation or like a little, they're not like,
well, because what George
robust with
Carlin did
participation.
and Steve did was they both called out the people that are normally listening to them, not just the other side. Like it wasn't just like an us versus them. It was like us guys. Like I'm calling out the people who are in this room who've paid to see me, who know me, who maybe agree with all my politics, but like you're the ones just like we were just talking about like the liberals are the problem,
And when we're not invading some sovereign nation or setting it on fire from the air, which is more fun, then we're usually declaring war on something here at home. Do you ever notice that? We love to do that, don't we? We love to declare war on things here in America. Anything we don't like about ourselves, we have to declare war on it. Don't do anything about it. We just declare war on it. We got a war. It's the only metaphor we have in our public discourse for solving a problem. It's called declaring a war. We got a war on poverty, the war on crime, war on litter, the war on cancer, the war on drugs. But you ever notice there's no war on homelessness, is there? Nah, no war on homelessness. You know why? There's no money in that problem. There's no money in that problem. Nobody stands. It's true. Nobody stands to get rich off of that problem. You could find a solution to homelessness where the corporate swine and the politicians could steal a couple of $1 million each. You'd see the streets of America begin to clear up pretty goddamn quick. I'll guarantee you that. I will guarantee you that. Now.
Right.
Well, on that note, let's see if we can do the same.
Right.
We're gonna head into the writer's room. Da-na-na-na.
Do I have to leave now?
Yeah, Evan
Get
needs
the
to
heck out of here.
Shoo.
All right, I'm
Shimmy
gone.
away.
I've
Yeah.
left.
Peace out.
Shimmy into the
Boy
darkness.
Scout.
I'm gone.
He's gone.
Bye.
I'm not here.
Someone
anymore.
told me he's gone, but I don't know who it
Wait,
was.
what is that?
Who is that? Matt? Matt, is that you? Evan.
Paul just said, does Evan just put his thumb over the camera? Wait, actually, maybe. I got him this cute little cover with,
You never even left.
So you're still
supposed to
listening.
leave.
You're still listening. He's outing himself.
Get out.
He just wants to hear us talk about him. That's why. It's his little spy. Oh God. All right, friends. Well, here we are. Let's throw out some prompts.
Writer's room.
Wait, writer's room. What are the rules first before we do prompts? What are the rules, do we think?
No
I think
shimmies.
no shimmies.
Be above 15 to make
Be
a
above
joke on the
15.
topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're gonna make commentary on homelessness, maybe like I don't
Have
know,
your own home.
not
like,
live in
just
your
be like-
mommy's house.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
so true. That's so
Right.
true. Pay your
Wait.
own rent before you make fun of homeless people.
I was thinking about Extreme Makeover Home Edition and the ridiculous rooms that they do for everyone and how they put so much money towards like the most like specific themed rooms with these like outlandish. Can people think of some funny themes of the rooms?
Like baseball or shit like, or do you mean for
Yeah,
homeless people?
forest.
No,
Like-
yeah, like
frogs and hats. Like they
Exactly.
mentioned
Like
that,
you
like,
mentioned
they
one
like-
time.
You
that
mentioned
you
one
liked
time
the
that you
movie
thought
Cinderella.
frogs and hats were cute,
Exactly.
and so now
Yeah.
we've
The
decorated
whole
your
room.
So we
entire
turned your
room.
whole house into the
a
story
swamp.
itself.
We've turned your room into a swamp,
Into a swamp.
and there are frogs that live
There are
there
real
now.
live frogs. We imported poison
There's
dart
no
frogs.
bed. It's just frogs.
They
Yeah.
could sleep in the swamp.
and it
Sleep
just
on
got
a
me
lily pad.
thinking.
What if it's like we're trying to prove a point? It's like flip it on its head, and he's like, yeah, like people like argue that, you know, like it's like you don't know where your money goes regardless if you give it to a homeless person or not. And like, you know what, I decided that they're right, you know. So I've decided that when I give money to my nieces, it's gonna say what it's for. Like instead of the logical conclusion, which is get over it and just give homeless people money when you can without caring about where it goes.
Right.
It goes the opposite way,
Right.
and just makes it like, oh no, I'm just gonna care where all my money goes now.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, and then he could like allow it to be for weird. Like, I don't know if that would be a good
Yeah.
punchline. It's
Yeah.
like,
This $20 specifically goes for a dime bag, and this $20 specifically goes to your new textbooks. And you may choose either a massage or
it's like he only gives checks out so that he can see when it's being cashed. He's like, you can have this check. It's for $5.23 for nail polish at CVS.
Yes. Oh my God, that's hilarious. I love that.
Should we call Evan back? We have a joke. I'm copy and pasting. Sarah, this is so good.
All right, can I give this one a try?
Yeah.
I've been thinking about a lot. Sorry. I've been thinking a lot about the hit TV show Extreme Makeover Home Edition. In contrast with America's homeless problem. I know. Interesting juxtaposition. The fact that these two things can coexist is beyond fucked up. Surely that bus should be moved to reveal some, I don't know, affordable housing instead of spending thousands of dollars to make a kid's bedroom a photorealistic replica of Dachau because they said they like history. Maybe. Just me.
I think it's good.
I like it. I like the Dachau as the punchline.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's such a good reference.
It's really good.
Yeah. Thank
Who
you.
is the kid who goes to sleep at Dachau every night?
Yeah, good luck, my friend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yikes. Amazing. You guys, always a
I
pleasure.
like it.
Always a
Makeover.
joy.
That was good. That was fun.
Go team.
How do you think we succeeded?
I think Dachau for the win. Yeah, who thinks we succeeded?
I do.
I'm quite happy.
Dachau for the win.
Well, if you think that we did a good job, write in, let us know. If you think you can do better, write in and let us know. You certainly love to do that. So write to us at cancelculture_pod on Instagram. We're also on all the other social medias. So find us, go watch us on YouTube. If you're listening, maybe watch the next one. If you're watching it, maybe listen to the next one. I don't know. That's your business. Until next time, this has been Cancel Culture.
Canceled.
Mwah.
Culture.
Canceled.
Cancel Culture Podcast.
Cancel
Culture.
Podcast.